hadn't had a previous normal child. During the second pregnancy, her doctor convinced her to have an embryo screening during the 17th week, even though she didn't need it. So now during the patient accepted this procedure as it's a so-called state-of-the-art technology, and it helped her to know the defects in her child. So during the procedure, the doctor just went a little bit too far with the needle and inserted into the embryo's kidneys. Now we all know the kidney hemorrhage and the baby, no, and the fetus died. So I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to imagine with me how the mother felt as she saw her fetuses, or her little fetus heartbeat decrease beat by beat until it was completely gone within 20 minutes. This patient was unable to conceive for another 3 years due to the complications that happened to her during the procedure and was emotionally traumatized. So that's what happens when we end up playing with nature and putting both the patient and the embryo at risk. For procedure that is not necessary. Another thing is that would be killing medical research, since we are creating the perfect world with no genetic defects and diseases. So in the future, if there was an outbreak, a mutation, how would they be able to discover a treatment for it if they have no knowledge of this disease to begin with? Also, can you imagine a world where you get to pick up how you want your child to look like from a catalog? Just like my fellow teammates said, like houses or cars. This is exactly where embryo screening is going to use in the future. Maybe it's not there today, but it could be taken to extremities that would cause this to happen later. Can you imagine a world where we are all alike? Everyone is choosing the best qualities for the children, and at what cost? Will the poor be unable to perform these tests and get the better qualities for their own children? It's a dilemma, ladies and gentlemen. However, in pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, only the best embryos with no genetic defects are chosen. But what about the rest? Are their lives not valued? Or is it going to be survival of the fittest? No. Besides the outcomes of embryo screening, again, let's talk about the prices. Embryo screening costs $3,000 to $4,000 in addition to the cost of the IVF procedure itself. Not everyone can afford this, so we're going to be increasing the social gap present in our society more than it already is. So no, we don't think embryo screening should be legalized, and yes, embryo screening is still a premature science with unknown complications, and yes, the effects are unknown. We don't want embryo screening just to be illegal. We want to protect the future of our humanity. Thank you.
Do you accept the report of commissions?
Yes. You talked about the woman who mistake happened to her child. That's a personal error. That doctor made a mistake. His license should be taken away. It has nothing to do with embryo screening.
Fine, this is a dangerous procedure.
Doctors make mistakes in surgery.
You can do this. You finish your point of information, you can go on.
I wasn't done yet.
You have to answer.
I wasn't done yet when she started answering.
Okay.
Doctors make mistakes in surgeries all the time, but we don't ban surgeries because one doctor made a mistake. We take his medical license away so that he can't hurt more people, but we don't stop the entire procedure.
Fine, we are legalizing a dangerous procedure where there are complications can happen during it.
Do you accept the point of commission? What percentage of complications that happen in embryo screening that can happen?
I don't have the statistics, but there are complications that can happen during it.
Yeah, a percentage of it. I have a percentage that says it's less than 5%.
Can you add something? No, we want to add something.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
Do you want any of your team have the percentage he's asking for? Any of your team has the percentage? It's not true. Okay, I have the answer now. So during the second trimester, when we perform amniocentesis, there is a ratio of 1 in 200 miscarriages that can happen to the baby.
That is very low.
It's still a percentage. So are these guys not valid even if it's a low percentage? No.
You're done. You're done.
Surgery has mortality rate of any surgery. Having your tonsils breaking out is 1 in 10,000.
Those who perform surgeries have to perform it. Like they have a genetic problem with their heart, they are obligated to form this disease. But what if the mother, her fetus doesn't have any genetic defect like this woman, and then she ended up doing the procedure, which is dangerous, and then her baby ended up dead. During the rate of the miscarriage is 1 in 200. So she ended up with a dead baby, and she wasn't obligated to perform this procedure.
Thank you. Okay, this is the end of our debate. I would like to thank each and every one of the debaters. You were awesome. Does everyone in the audience have a voting paper? Audience, I would like to urge you to vote on the skills they showed, not on your personal perspective of the topic. And thank you.
Please, debating teams, stand up and face the audience. Stand up and face the audience. Okay, so this is the proposition team on the right. The opposition team is on the left. So vote on the embryo screening, proposition or opposition, pro and against. The right is pro, the left are against. Okay, let's hear it for these teams for their effort.